Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Plant Kingdom, and today in this video we will cover part 1. Now let's begin with the first question here. An example of Corneal Algae. Okay, you're given 4 options here. Now first of all, what is algae? How can you describe algae? Algae are a diverse group of microorganisms which are chlorophyll bearing. They have a simple thalloid and their thalloid structure, and they are autotrophic in nature, and their habitat is usually aquatic, or it can be marine water also. When I say aquatic, it includes both fresh and marine water. They also occur in various habitats like moist stones. They need basically moisture to grow. Okay, now when I say Corneal Algae, it means it forms colonies. They grow in clusters. They spread and grow. Right? Corneal algae in which the cells resemble free swimming unicellular forms, and usually they spread over the surface and they grow. Sometimes the growth may be large or it will be in elaborated manner. So out of the 4 options given here, the correct answer goes to Volvox, and other than that you have Sinura, which is also a Corneal alga. Okay, the correct answer is option A, Volvox. Now to your right side you can see a clear image of the the microscopic view of Volvox. This is how they form spherical cells. So what do they form? Spherical cells. Okay, you can see here how spherical they are. Okay, many of the Corneal alga species are visible to our eyes, and they appear as little green spherical cells over the surface of water. Okay, so the correct answer is option A, Volvox. Now let's move to the next question here. This question was asked in the year 2015. Male gametes are flagellated in. What do you mean by flagella now? Flagella helps in locomotion. We all agree with that, right? It helps in locomotion or movement, you can call it as. Now they are asking us, in which system the male gametes seem to be flagellated. Okay, male gametes are flagellated in Ectocarpus. Okay, Ectocarpus belongs to the family of Phoephaceae. What family it belongs to? Phoephaceae. Okay. Next point here you have to remember is the male gametes play an important role. Why should they have flagella? This is required to attain contact or a sexual contact with the female gamete. And sometimes there are situations where the female gamete also seems to be flagellated in some organisms. But you can ask me, the flagella will be of the same structure? No, the male gamete flagella will be of different structure when compared to the female gamete. Okay, Anabina, Spirogyra and Polysiphonia, they don't have flagellated male gametes. Okay, therefore the correct answer to this question is option B, Ectocarpus, and this is how the microscopic view gives you. You can see the flagella in the Ectocarpus, right? Next question here. This question was asked in the year 2015. Which one of the following statement is wrong? Okay, this is a very easy question for you. Let's go one option by option. Now look at the first option here. Agar is obtained from Geladium gracilaria. This is a correct statement. Okay, this is not wrong, because agar, as you know, it is a solidifying agent. Okay, it is a solidifying agent which is used in predominantly it is used in microbiology, where we use culturing of organisms. So we need the medium to get tightened and stiffened, so we use this agar as a solidifying agent there. Next, B, Chlorella and Spirulina are used as space food. That is also correct. Mannitol is stored food in Rhodophyceae. Okay, this is where we go wrong. See, mannitol is a type of sugar, we all know that. Sometimes it is used as a alcohol, it is used as a sweetener, or it is also used in certain medications. Okay, now mannitol is not a stored food in Rhodophyceae, but it belongs to the family of Phoephaceae. Apart from mannitol, you also have laminar, which is used as laminarian, you'll call it as, commonly called as laminarian. That they are the stored food of Phoephaceae. Therefore the correct answer is option C. Okay, this is a wrong statement here. Mannitol or laminarian are the stored food which is present in Phoephaceae, brown algae. So they're not, when I say Rhodophyceae, it belongs to red algae. That is why statement C becomes wrong here. Okay, next question. This question was asked in the year 2014. Which one of the following shows isogamy with non-flagellated gametes? Once again, this is an easy question which was asked in the year 2014. Okay, before we go directly into the solution, you should know what is isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy. You have different categories, right? Now, when I say isogamy, they'll be morphologically similar but physiologically different gametes. Morphologically means physically when they appear, they will look same. But when you go to the internal structure, they will be different. Okay, fusion of gametes is will be of similar size. Now, when we talk about anisogamy, okay, anisogamy is where the gametes will be in dissimilar size, fusion of gametes of dissimilar size. And oogamy is a fusion of large immotile female gametes with small motile male gamete. Here also it's dissimilar size and it's totally different, okay, when compared to anisogamy. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option D, Spirogyra. In Spirogyra, the sexual reproduction occurs through conjugation. Gametes are non-flagellated, and here they have said, they have given you a clue, it is non-flagellated. So it is a hint for you to understand it belongs to isogamy 1. So out of the 4 options given here, Spirogyra has a non-flagellated system and it belongs to isogamy system. They are morphologically similar but physiologically different. Okay. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, Spirogyra. Here you need to remember one thing, the difference between aniso and oogamy. Only then you will be able to answer. Always remember, iso means same. Aniso means fusion of gametes of dissimilar size. Oogamy means, and they will also be non-flagellated here. Okay, oogamy is flagellated one. Okay, therefore the correct answer is option D. Next question here. This question was asked in the year 2014. Which one of the following is wrong about Chikara? Okay, you're given 4 options here. Now, to give you a brief introduction of what is Chikara, this belongs to genus of charophyte and this is basically a green algae. When I say charophyte, they belong to green algae. Okay, I'll write it here. It belongs to green algae. Okay. Apart from the other things, they are multicellular in nature. They superficially resemble land plants because sometimes they are mistakenly having stem and root like stem-like structures. Stem-like, leaf-like structures are visible in this particular algae. So sometimes we mistakenly understand these are land plants. Okay, now which is wrong here? Okay, look at the first option here, upper oogonium and lower round antheridium. Okay, now the correct answer to this question is option C. See, to your right side you have the solution where they have clearly told that male sex organ is called as antheridium and the female sex organ is called as oogonium. We all know that. Now, oogonium is born at the top. Okay, they have clearly said oogonium is born at the top of the 4-celled filament. So here if you say, they are asking which one is wrong. So here they have clearly mentioned it is upper antheridium and lower oogonium. But the right answer is oogonium is in the top. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option C, upper antheridium and lower oogonium. Is a wrong statement here. The correct statement, the correct answer to this question is option C. Which statement is wrong, they've asked here. So the statement which is wrong out of the 4 options given here belongs to the option C. Okay, next question. Now this question was asked in the year 2014. An alga which can be employed as food for human beings. A very easy question we already saw in the earlier question, which is used as a space food. Right, we used Chlorella and Spirulina as used as space food. Now, the practice of the direct consumption of algae as human food is also practiced in many parts of the world, especially if you see in space. Why? If you see, they are rich in protein content. Okay, they are rich in protein content and that is why this is used as a supplementary for many processes. Now, an algae which can be employed as a food for human being, yes, it is Chlorella. Chlorella is a unicellular algae and what all it contains, if you see, So this is how it will be, as a green powder. Now what all it contains, if you see, it will contain 10% minerals. I'll write it down so that you can understand. Yeah, 10% minerals. Then it has 5% fiber. Okay, 5% fiber. I'm sorry, it has 5% fiber. Then it has 45% protein. So how much protein content is here? It has 45% protein. 20% will be fat. The remaining 20% will be carbohydrates. Okay, therefore the correct answer to this question is option B, chlorella, and this is how it will be when you powdered, and it will be in the form to consume. Okay, next question here. This question was asked in the year 2013. Isogamous condition with non-flagellated gametes is found in. So this question, I think it's a repeated one because we already saw what the answer is, right? When we talk about isogamy, it always resembles the morphologically similar gamete and physiologically different one, and they're non-flagellated in nature, right? So the correct answer to this question, I think by now you have guessed the answer. Yes, it is Spirogyra. And Spirogyra, as you know, it will undergo sexual reproduction through the process called as conjugation. Okay, gametes are non-flagellated here. Now if you take fucus, actually fucus is oogamous. Okay, Chlamydia monas is isogamous but has flagellated gametes here. We are talking about non-flagellated. So the correct answer is Spirogyra. So you have a picture to your right side. So this is how it will be. This is the microscopic view of Spirogyra. Can you see the filaments? Okay. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option A, Spirogyra. Next question here. Which one of the following is not correctly matched for the organism and its cell wall degrading enzyme? Okay, this is again an easy question. All you need to understand here is, see, algae is somewhat or predominantly similar to plant features and plant characteristics. We all agree with that because an algae, if you see, resembles a plant in many aspects. They are autotrophic. Main thing, they are autotrophic. Plants are autotrophic. Algae is also autotrophic. Plants can prepare their own food by the help of photosynthesis, while algae can also do that. Okay, therefore the one which is having the wrong degrading enzyme belongs to algae, because algae is similar to plant and therefore it will not have methylase as the degrading enzyme. It will also have the same enzyme like plant called cellulase as a degrading enzyme. I told you why algae has to have that. Otherwise, fungi, it is correct. Bacteria, it is correct. Plant cells is correct. So algae, if you see, it is also a plant, so its cell wall will also be made up of cellulose and their degrading enzyme will be cellulase. Okay, therefore the correct answer to this question is algae methylase. Okay, option B. Fine, next question here. This question was asked in the year 2013. Which one of the following is wrongly matched? Okay, again this is an easy question for you. Look at the four options here. Nostoc causes water blooms. Yes, we all agree with it. Nostoc causes it causes water blooms. Spirogyra, it has motile gametes. Is that correct? Spirogyra, do they have motile gametes? The correct answer to this question is option B. Spirogyra does not have motile gametes. We so far saw in the earlier questions that the flagella is non-flagellated. That is, they are non-motile. Okay, they are non-motile and they are isogamous in nature. They possess the isogamy nature. So that is why Spirogyra has motile gametes means it is wrong. They are non-flagellated in nature. Therefore, which one of the four is wrong? If you see, it is option B, which is wrong. Otherwise, Nostoc will cause water bloom. That is right. Sargassum has chlorophyll C. Yes, it is assigned with it. And Basidiomycetes will form puffballs. Yes, they form. See, puffballs are nothing but the mushroom. Okay, you don't have to get confused here. How does a mushroom look? They all look like puffballs, right? So, Basidiomycetes have puffball appearance? Yes, they are right. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Next question here. This question was asked in the year 2010. Algae have a cell wall made up of dash. Okay, we already saw one constituent of it, cellulose. The remaining ones. Like plants, algae also has a cell wall made up of cellulose, and they have cellulase, which is a degrading enzyme which is present in algae. We just now saw in the earlier question. Now, apart from cellulose, what are the other contents that are present in the cell wall? Okay. Now, apart from cellulose, it has any idea? It will has galactans and mannans. Okay. So, apart from cellulose, it will have galactans and mannans in their cell wall. Okay, see, when compared to a plant, algae has different different structure or different mechanism when it comes to synthesis of food and other characteristics. Predominantly out of 100%, 80% it can be similar to plants, but the remaining 20% it is still an algae. That is what it differentiates from a plant and an algae. Now this algae, if you see, apart from cellulose, it has other two contents in their cell wall which makes the cell very rigid and helps in the survival condition of the cell. As we all know, algae are of different colors. You have red, you have green, you have brown, and that is predominantly dependent upon the pigment that it has. Likewise, the algal cell wall also has cellulose, galactans and mannans which are associated in the cell wall, which help in the survival of the organism. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option A, cellulose, galactans and mannans. They are all sugar forms. Okay. Next question. This question was asked in the year 2009. Mannitol is a stored food in dash. Again, this is an easy question. We all know, we saw in the earlier question that mannitol and laminarin is a stored food of Phoephaceae. They belong to brown algae. Now, out of the four options given here, Porphyra, Gracilaria, Chikara, Fucus, the correct option goes to option B, Fucus. So, each algae, now if you take green algae, they will have starch as their stored food. Okay. Now, if you take brown algae, they will have mannitol as their stored food. Likewise, every different colored algae will have different color stored food which will help for the organism. So likewise, Fucus belongs to brown algae which will have mannitol as a stored food. Okay. Primary chemical constituents of this plant include mucilage, algin, mannitol, beta carotene and iodine, bromine and many other minerals are also associated with it. Okay. Therefore, the correct answer is Fucus. And when you get questions like this, try to identify which one belongs to which algae, brown or green or red or whatever. Only then you'll be able to answer these kind of questions. Okay, next question here. This question was asked in the year 2007. If you are asked to classify the various algae into distinct groups, which one of the following characteristics that or the characters that you will choose? Again, this is an easy question. On what basis will you classify algae now? Right. Now, when we talk about algae, predominantly their cell structure, their morphology will be somewhat similar. But when it comes to classification or differentiation, you will have to have some characteristic, right? Maybe you cannot go eternally every time and check for characteristics and differentiate. Maybe you can do an outward, a physical appearance check and thereby classify them. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is the type of pigments that are present in the cell. It is very important to classify and differentiate because the color will tell you it belongs to different class or different genus of the algae. Now, for example, red pigment, if it will appear red, which tells you it belongs to Rhodophyceae. Now, if it is appearing brown in color, then it belongs to Phoephaceae. So, structural organization, or when you talk about the nature of the stored food, all that you have to go via internal, where you have to use a microscope and where you have to search and where you have to analyze and then classify. But here, when we talk about the type of pigments, right from the appearance you can tell they belong to different classes of algae. Therefore, the correct answer to this question is option D, types of pigments present in the cell. Okay, easy question. Okay, next question. This question was asked in the year 2000. Floridian starch is found in dash. See, I told you that every algae has a predominant or has specific stored food in them, and that is what is associated with that algae. They don't have anything in extra. Now, I told you mannitol is found in brown algae. Starch is present in green algae. Now Floridian starch is found in Rhodophyceae, which belongs to red algae. Okay, therefore Floridian starch is found, or it's called as a reserve food of red algae, which belongs to Rhodophyceae. And I already said in green algae they have said starch. In Cyanophyceae the reserve food is cyanophycean starch. So this is how you classify. Different algae will have different reserve food, and that is how their activity proceeds further. Okay, now to your right side you can see a clear image of the red algae, the growth of red algae. This is how they grow. Therefore the correct answer is option B, Rhodophyceae. Okay, so with this we complete part 1 plant kingdom. I hope you all understood whatever I explained. So we will all meet in the next part. Okay, thank you.